Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Every day is a good day. There is something to learn, care, and celebrate. Welcome to our Institution of Global Professional Free International webinar in IGP. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to be associated with IGP as a global member. I feel honored. I feel honored to this host, and it's my humble request to you that you still with us till end. And don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend. Today I will be presenting webinar number 440, and the topic is resilient leadership. Today we have a speaker from India. Today our speaker name is Dr. Suhas Rao. He is a L&D architect, and he also is a consultant academician, head of operation and training. Let's welcome our speaker to the screen. Hello, sir. Good evening.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. May I take the privilege of sharing the screen, sir?
Yes, sir. You can share your screen now.
Okay. You are able to see the screen?
Yes, sir. It's visible over the screen.
Fine. So, welcome to all of you. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning from any part of the world. I'm so thrilled, so happy. Welcome to all of you, and we are going to do this very complex but simple but interesting area of resilience, which is needed to be inculcated in our leadership. So, let us start. We am so glad. This is a welcome slide specifically designed for you. We are so glad that all of you all are here. I'm so thrilled to be with you. I'm so thrilled and I'm so happy to be with you. Let's make the best use of it. So before we start, like we say, normally we have some icebreakers or brain teasers. So I'm going to ask you certain Mensa questions. So you can decide and answer certain question. Let us go question why. This is just to break the ice, to make you feel comfortable, not to get worried even if you can't answer. It's not part of your quiz. It's just a general brain teaser, something which is going to tease you and make you feel a bit active. So the first question is related to the most relevant happening country. Do they have the 24th of July in Ukraine? The question is, do they have the 24th of July in Ukraine? Ukraine is the name of the country which is under siege or under attack by Russia. So is that date available there in that country also? Any responses? I think you all can put it in your chat. Yes, friends, 24th of July, irrespective whether it is Ukraine, America, China, Bangladesh, India, any part of Europe or any part of the Gulf or wherever it is, the Orient, everywhere, it's like a normal month, a normal country, a normal month. So 24th of July will be definitely there in all the countries. Okay, so that's what it is. Next question is, how many birthdays does an average man have? Man or a woman? Basically, I'm not differentiating man or a woman. A human being have. Normally, they say a person may have two birthdays, three birthdays, four birthdays, something related to the community, something related to the country, something related to the actual birth, something related to when you're named or when your name is being decided. So many things are there. Whether we can say a person is having three birthdays or four birthdays or two birthdays or one birthday, how many birthdays is possible? Please use the chat box and put it. How many birthdays can an average man have? I will just pause for a few seconds so that you're able to understand. Yes, friends, it's only one birthday. You may have thousands of birthdays every time for any single person across the world, but only one birth certificate. So only one birth date is applicable for all official purposes. The birth certificate which is issued by the government of your country is deciding your date of birth. That is only one birthday is possible. All other birthdays may be related to community or maybe society or maybe a naming ceremony. All those things are not that important. It is only having legendary importance. Now the third one is some months have got 31 days. How many have 28 days? So think of the month February. Put it in the chat. Some months have got 31 days. Some have got, how many have got 28 days? Friends, it is all the months have got 28 days, whether it's a leap year or any year for that matter. Every month, right from January to December, has got 28 days. Whether it is a leap year or not a leap year, continuity in all the years, whatsoever you take, will have 28 days. Now, the fourth question is it legal for a man in Mauritius to marry his widow's sister? So put it in your chat whether a man in Mauritius can marry his widow's sister. Friends, the answer is when the man himself is not there and the lady has been declared a widow, who will marry? The widow is single and the sister is also going to be single because the man is not existing. Fine. So question number 5. This is just to tease your brains, just to make you all feel slightly active. That's absolutely the way it is. Just a brain teaser. If there are 5 apples and you take away 2, how many are there? 5 apples are there and you take away 2, how many are there? Put it in the chat box. Put it in the chat box. If there are 5 apples and you take away 2, how many are there? I'll give you about half a minute and then I'll answer the question so that it will be easier and convenient. Friends, yes, it's going to be all 5 apples. It is not written as out of 5 apples, 2 are eaten or 3 are eaten or something like that. It is just asked if there are 5 apples and you take away 2 and you keep it from one table to another or maybe from one room to another. Still, it will be 3 plus 2, that is 5. So total quantity will be 5 apples. So that's basically the context. Sixth is a farmer has got 17 sheep and all but 9 die. A farmer has got 17 sheep and all but 9 die. So how many are left? Please put it in the chat box. Please put it in the chat box. How many are left? Please read the question carefully. There is a twist. The answers are not that simple, but they are not exactly that difficult also. A farmer has 17 sheep and all but 9 die. How many are left? Put it in the chat box. The answer is all 17 sheep. They have not asked how many are alive or how many have died. They have not asked you the balance. So all 17 are there, whether it is 9 which have died and 8 which are 8 which are alive. So 9 plus 8 is 17. So all 17 are there, out of which 9 are dead and 8 are alive. So total would be 17. Now the 7th question would be a clerk in the butcher shop is 5 feet 10 inches tall. A clerk in the butcher shop is 5 feet 10 inches tall. What does he weigh? What does he weigh? Please read the question carefully. A person who is having a height of 5 feet 10 inches tall, what does he weigh? Friends, put it in the chat box. Friends, put it in the chat box. What does he weigh? I'll give half a minute for this. Friends, he weighs. The butcher shop, any employee, whether it's a clerk or whatever it is in the butcher shop, they have not asked his weight. There is no T after the weigh. It is basically asking what does he weigh? What does he weigh? By the kilo or by the weight actually. So he's weighing half a kg, maybe 1 kg, maybe 2 kgs of chicken, maybe meat, maybe beef, maybe anything, something like that. So he is doing his duty of weighing meat. It is not his weight which is asked. There is a T missing. Okay, friends. So we go on to the last question in this brain teaser before we go on to the actual slideshow. A plane crashes on the Australian border. In which country do you bury the survivors? Please put it in the chat box. Friends, when a plane crashes and if there are survivors, why should we bury the survivors? We can bury the dead people, but we cannot bury the survivors. The survivors would be important people. They would be sharing their experiences. They would come on the media. People would be interviewing them. People would be taking care of them. and giving them a lot of importance. So, friends, you all have done well answering these Mensa questions. You all have scored 500 marks each. Absolutely not to worry. People who have understood, people who have written, people who have heard me, people who have answered, attempted to answer. Everyone has scored 500 marks. Welcome. Now we go on to the main topic. What is resilience? Why is it so important? How to be resilient enough? So we have got three questions. The theme is resilient leadership. So when you talk about resilience, the answer which is given in the gray box is resilience is typically defined as a capacity to recover from difficult life events. What could be the event? The event could be maybe an exam, it could be maybe the death of a person, it could be maybe sickness, it could be maybe losing of money, it could be maybe a theft, it could maybe be any sort of a event which is very difficult for you to face or understand. So that is why in our lives we'll have a lot of this resilience. I think we'll need a lot of resilience to understand, to accept, to adapt, to handle the problems so that we are back to normal. So resilience is a virtue, resilience is a quality, resilience needs to be built up so that we can handle. It's basically something like this slinky which you see. When you're seeing the slinky, when you're seeing this jeep, it moves from one side to another. So the moment you're suppressed, you still come back. The moment you're suppressed, you still come back to normal. So you say, yes, I can do it, I will do it, I can manage, I will handle the problem, I will look out for the solution, I will manage. So it is basically, it is your ability to withstand the adversity. Adversity means any problem whatsoever in college, family, society, community, a neighborhood, at home, wherever it is, and you bounce back and accept to go forward in the sense any sort of a setback, you forget the setback, you handle the setback, you handle the problem, look out for solutions, and you come back. The source was given, the courtesy source is Dr. Amit Sood, who's an MD, who's a doctor and executive director of the Global Center for Resiliency and Wellbeing. Going on to the next slide. What is our purpose, friends? What is our purpose, friends? Irrespective of whatever you are, you may be a student, you may be working somewhere, you may be a parent, you may be an entrepreneur, you may be a businessman, you may be a professor, you may be anyone for that matter. What is our purpose? To engage others in committing their full energy to the creation of value and success. Can we call ourselves leaders? Yes, all of us are leaders. We do not need a name tag saying that I'm a leader. All of us are leaders because we lead teams, we lead people, we lead circumstances, we lead to different perspectives, we lead towards action, we empower people, we encourage people. We would like to do a lot of things. So our mission is basically we would like to become effective, resilient leaders. So let's see the slide. It's not doing things right, but it is doing the right thing. So there is a difference in between this. You'll be facing a lot of complexities in your life. So when you're facing a lot of complexities in your life, it's basically not doing the things right, but doing the right things. Please understand, you have a lot of things available. So when you understand a lot of things available, you need to know what is right, what is wrong, and please do only the right things rather than do something and then put it right. Don't do shortcuts. Fine. So let us see very simple things, very effective resilient leader tabs. Let's just flip them and let's understand what does a leader, what does you and I, every one of us need to develop ourselves to be strong, good people who are going to love people, understand people, interact with people, engage with people, be happy, be optimistic, be positive. So when you talk about this, let's flip the tabs and let us see what it is. So I'm moving my cursor on the first one. Please learn to believe in your own self. That's very important. Self-belief. I can do it. I will do it. I will handle it. I will perform. I will solve the problem. Yes, I can do it. So that self-believing is very important. Now, when you turn or flip it, you get the attitude, the right type of attitude, the positive attitude, good behavior, caring for people, concerning for people, concerned about others, concerned about self. So it is the ABC formula: attitude plus behavior plus care and concern which all of us need to have at all possible times to be better individuals, to be good individuals, to be human with each other. Second, uh, second, uh, second tab is basically being optimistic. Do not think about the bad things. Do not think about the clutter. You may have a lot of things coming into your mind, good things, bad things. You read the news, you listen to people, you talk on the phone, you get WhatsApp messages, you go on Twitter, you go on Facebook, you go on so many different things, Instagram. So please, please, please learn to be optimistic. Think good, do good, behave good, speak good, listen good. So being optimistic is basically having a good mindset, thinking of the right things, being in a good favor. So that's basically being optimistic. Have commitment. Have commitment in what you do. Have the commitment. Yes, I will do it. I'll be successful. Have equity. Equity is something very different from equality. Equity is giving everyone a chance depending upon his capability or her capability. You will make people who are with you, maybe your teams, maybe your family members, maybe your friends, maybe your colleagues, maybe people with whom you are interacting, give them an equal opportunity to understand you, interact with you, work with you, deal with you, all those things whatsoever. So equal opportunity, give them equal opportunity even though they are not on the same level. When I talk about same level, it could be related to maybe intelligence, maybe performance criteria, maybe abilities, maybe knowledge. Give them definite possible in insights, knowledge, extra amount of coaching, extra amount of help, extra amount of encouragement, whatsoever, and empowering them. Empower the people like you're never done. Friends, this COVID has taught us to trust the screen. I'm trusting you across the screen. Empower people, trust people, believe in people, love the people. So that's basically what it is. And direction with a purpose. Let's have a direction with a purpose. Don't go anywhere here and there. There has to be a focus, there has to be a direction. The passion, yes, I can do it, I will do it. Initiative, yes, I will do it. I take the initiative irrespective whether I'm told or not. If I feel it's correct, if I feel it's good, I need to do it. I need to take the initiative. Whether someone else does it or not, that's not my problem, but I will do it because it suits me, it relates to me, it is helpful, it is useful. Third is ownership. If I do something good, I own it. If I don't do something good, still I own up and I do something of a rectification or a repair or an improvement if required. So owning up for the task, owning up for what you have done is very important. Next tab is practicing adaptability. Accept, adapt, flex, except things are going to be very different. There's going to be a lot of change happening. So adaptability is very important. Being resilient, and the focus needs to be resilient means accepting, developing, empowering, building yourself with a goal that I will be successful and I'll see that the people around me are also successful. Next tab is intelligent and creative. Think smart, work smart, don't waste too much of time. Be creative, be creative. Ideate, give your ideas, initiate if something is required, innovate, do something new, and include people, circumstances, situations which have got a powerful meaning, which has got a purpose, which is something very useful. Next is having a new perspective. So when you talk about having a new perspective, think from a different dimension, look from a different lens. Friends, during these COVID times, believe me or not, most of us have gone that extra step or taken a different bend across the road. We have started looking at people with a different lens. We have started interacting on virtual formats, online formats. We have started flexing, trusting, understanding. So we have started using this camper. S is for substitute. If something is not available, substitute. No problem. Don't insist, I want that. Whatever is required, if it's not available, please substitute. Second is combine. If there is a shortage of some resource for whatever you're doing with your friends, neighbors, family, teams, combine something for some time. If that's not available, combine and move ahead. Adapt, adjust, flex, magnify. If something is very important, give due importance. Put to another use. Put to another use. If it can be used alternatively, do that. Eliminate. If something is not good, please eliminate. And of course, reusing of different things is very important, because you'll be able to understand the context of the circular economy. Regulate your emotions, your thoughts, your mind, your temperament, your behavior, your reactions, the way you do. So regulate your emotions. Practice harmony and irony in adversity. Seek support, meditate, pray to your God, whatever the God may be. Meditate, pray, it will make you feel better. Practice empathy is to understand people. It was very easy when I would meet people and tell them, oh wow, you've done a good job, I'm so happy, I'm so concerned. But now when I tell it across the screen, it becomes virtual and visible. Let me look into your eyes through the screen, let me be genuinely concerned, let me tell you with my heart, let me tell you with the actual passion. The virtual empathy or the visible empathy, concern for others, consideration for others. We have got 12 cards for understanding the resilience activity. It's basically to know how we are doing well. So shifting of gear for shifting of the future. These are different scenarios all across the world. What's been happening during COVID, before COVID, after COVID, and next forward. The way forward. So it is basically not normal, new normal, never normal, now normal, whatever you call it. All those things, all different situations where you've been accepting and being resilient enough. The first scenario is maybe you're seeing people actually sailing on a water body. Water body could be a lake or a river or maybe a sea. If there is some problem, how do we get rid of it? Continuous thoughts are there. So basically, resilience teaches you how to succeed, how to develop, how to understand, how to face problems. Second is meditation. You tend to meditate, think of God, think of prayer, think of different things, and you're able to be resilient in understanding situations in a better manner. Third is accepting of the vaccine, accepting of a compliance, accepting of an order, accepting of a legal framework. If it is required, we need to do it. Whether it is good or not, we accept that to be resilient, we need to follow it. Fourth is using a bike, talking about power, talking about the thrill of driving. So our lives are also based on the speed, speed or the rhythm. Sometimes we are slow, sometimes we are fast. So we need to be resilient enough in maintaining the tempo or the momentum or the speed. The fifth is the pizza, the interesting pizza with the different toppings, vegetable, cheese, capsicum, and so many other things, mushrooms and all that. So having what sort of a pizza with what filling in your life is going to make you happy, is going to help you to face problem. It's not just the pizza, it's with anything what you eat, anything what you need to digest, something wholesome, something good. That's what you're thinking about. The sixth slide is basically talking about umbrellas. It's talking about the rainy season, how we try to protect our clothes, our bag, and our head using an umbrella. Similarly, during COVID and after COVID, resilience teaches you how to understand problem, how to face problems, how to avoid complexities, how to avoid adversities. Next is the seventh slide is showing the use of a mobile, use of a device, you understanding people, maybe communicating with people, digital communication, virtual communication, the speed which I can interact. Imagine, friends, we are all connected from different topographies, different geographies, different locations, different timelines, and we are all still connected in front of the screen. We can see each other, we can wonder, we can ask, we can deal, we can enjoy, we can listen. So the power of information helps you to be resilient. 8, use of robots, tech and touch. The touch is basically the human element, and the touch is basically using of devices, gadgets, equipment, machinery, and things like that. 9, use of storage space. Now when you talk about storage here, I've deliberately shown you a mall, a warehouse or something like that, but it actually means your mind, your head, how much of data to store, how much of data to use, how much of data to avoid, how much of clutter to remove, how much of kachra to remove. So that's basically the way we're going to do about. 10th is basically going underwater. You are in an emergency, how you get back to the shore, how you get back out of the water, how do you accept a challenge. 11th is a situation which is a lock and key situation, how to use the key and open it and still spring back into action. 12 is sunshine, happiness everywhere. Resilience talks about different scenarios, shifting of gears, and shaping up of the future. Be prepared, friends. Mission critical, one letter word starting with T, ending with T. It means trust, trust, trust. You got no choice. We will trust people at all times. We will trust our family, neighbors, relations, colleagues, seniors, subordinates, people whom we interact with, anyone, even strangers for that matter. You need to have that trust. What did we do during the lockdowns? What did we do during the different waves of COVID when we were restricted from coming out of the houses? We trusted people, we trusted friends, we trusted the grocery people, we trusted the people who were selling us fruits, vegetables, maybe cereals, pulses, different things, even the food items and all that. We started trusting more than required. So mission critical is learn to trust people and you'll be successful. Change your mindset, change your mindset. Let it use the colors, let it use the blends, let it use the positivity, let it do a lot of things where you'll change your mindset and you learn to be resilient by taking in positive things and removing the unwanted things, unwanted thoughts, unwanted feelings, unwanted instances. Do not think of what is bad, think of only good things. Activity time, we'll do a small activity time because it is very useful that when we do activities we are able to resonate with the resilience, we are able to resonate with what is actually being done. I'm going to tell you a small story. It's a very interesting story, and let's see how the resilience is actually worked or how the minds have worked. This story is about the frog and the rabbit. The story is about the frog and the rabbit. Many of us may be knowing this story. One morning, the rabbit was roaming around in the jungle. The rabbit was roaming around in the jungle, and suddenly he noticed someone crying at a distance. He was able to hear the sound of someone crying. Chasing the cry for help, he reached a small pit. He followed the direction of the sound, and he could understand that there was a small hole somewhere, and the sound of crying was coming from that hole or that small pit. He peeped into the pit. He went close to the pit and he peeped in, and he was shocked at what he saw. A frog had fallen into the pit, unable to get out. There was a frog which had fallen into the pit and it was not able to get out. The frog said that while searching for food, he had accidentally fallen into the pit, and since 2 days he's been screaming and shouting for help. A frog had fallen into the pit thinking that food would be there. Food was not there. He could not get out also, neither did he get the food. He had been screaming continuously. On listening to this, without wasting any time, the rabbit decided to search for something to pull out the frog from the pit. This is all resilience, thinking of the right things, what you need to do to help someone. So, on listening to this, without wasting any time, the rabbit decided to rush in search of something to pull out the frog from the pit. He found a rope long enough and he came back to rescue the frog. The moment he reached the pit, he was surprised. He could not believe what he saw. The frog was sitting outside the pit this time. The frog was sitting outside the pit. That means the frog was not inside the pit, he was outside and he seemed to be happy. The frog thanked the rabbit for getting the help. The frog was good enough. He could have actually gone away, but he still waited to thank the rabbit. So he waited and he thanked for the rabbit for getting the help and come towards him. The frog said, "While you left for getting me help, a snake entered the pit." When the rabbit went to locate the rope, a snake entered the pit. "I could not wait for you." The frog said, "I could not wait for you, rabbit. So I gathered the courage." At that point of time, when you know there is danger, you get that extra power, extra inertia, extra resilience. So he decided to jump out, and he jumped out. Rabbit was happy to see the frog had saved himself, but asked him one question. I mean, rabbit was very happy that the frog was able to save and the snake had not eaten him. But he said, "I want to ask you a question. Why did you not jump out before? Why did you not jump out before? You had the caliber. You could do it. Why didn't you do it earlier?" Something similar happened in the month of March 2020 when the pandemic struck everywhere. When the pandemic struck all of us, what did I do? What did you do? Lockdowns, closure, shops closed, food not available, transport paralyzed, all those things happened, right? So it was a state of shock. What next? Could not go to school, could not go to college, could not go to work, could not do my business. so much of disruptions. So what did we do? We developed resilience. We worked out new things. We tried to work remotely. We tried to work on the online. We developed better relationships with the people close to us, at house, outside the house, and so on. So I mean, that's basically what you've done. Fantastic. And you are still doing well, friends. You're absolutely doing well. There's nothing wrong. You're done very, very nice, whatsoever it is. Please, friends, resilience means having patience. Give it some time. Sometimes certain things would take more time, certain scenarios would take more time. So you require to have passion. Second is passion. Passion is the interest or the desire to do, and the persistence. Yes, I will do it however difficult it is. So you need to have these three P's: patience, passion, and persistence. Learn to quit, leave it, leave blaming others, finding an excuse. Stop blaming others. Stop self doubting. I cannot do it. I will not be able to do it. Stop doing it. Yes, you have done it during COVID and you can still do it better. Stop overthinking. Stop overthinking. Do not think too much. Think of only small things. Think of small things which are going to happen. Don't think about what's going to happen 10 years from now, 5 years from now, and all that. Think of what's going to happen in June, what's going to happen in May, what's going to happen in October. Let's not talk about 2023, 2024, and all that. A lot of time to think. We will get enough time to think. So let us think of something immediate. What is required? Quit bragging. Yes, I do this, I do that. Everyone, whether it is rich or poor, the COVID taught us to be resilient. Don't brag. Oh, I've got money. I can do this. I can do this. COVID never spared anyone. Never spared anyone. A lot of people are affected. A lot of people left us also. So stop bragging, stop complaining, stop trying to please all. You cannot please all. Everyone will not be happy whatever you do. Quit resenting others. Love people rather than hate people, rather than think of people as a problem. Stop resenting others. Stop imitating others. You are your own self. You are an actor. You are a puppet. You are a stage artist. You are a powerful person in your own self. Each of us needs to imitate himself or herself. You don't need to copy a sports personality, a film personality, a business personality, a political personality, a social personality. You are a brand in your own self. Be resilient to be successful and do not fear change. Accept what comes, because all what is going to happen is going to be good for all of us. So these are certain strategies. These are certain strategies, resilience strategies. How do we develop these resilience strategies? So we start in a clockwise manner, starting with the 12. You know, be patient. Anyway, you can start. There is no specific order. Resilience leadership strategies is basically thinking of any problem, any crisis, to create it into an opportunity, to create it into something doable, something manageable, something acceptable, something useful, something worthy, something really interesting in all those things. So it has to be converted from a crisis to an opportunity. So we need to be patient, learn to be patient. First strategy is keep your mind cool, keep a block of ice on your mind. You'll lose your temper, you'll get irritated, you'll get frustrated, you'll get angry. Keep a block of ice. Be patient, because if you are not patient, if you are going to lose your temper, the doctor is going to be happy, because you'll have blood pressure, you'll have heart problems, and you will fall sick, you will need to be hospitalized, you need to be taking medicine. Relax, be patient, chill out, accept the way things are to a certain extent. If you can't change, do not forcefully try and change. Be patient. Second is understand. Don't jump to conclusions. Learn to understand people, learn to understand situations, learn to understand circumstances, learn to understand what is happening, learn to understand what could be better. So that's how you need to proceed. Third is listen. Listen with your ears. Take it in your mind. Understand what is being told, the language, the medium, the communication, the message, and what is expected from you. So listen. Don't hear. There is a difference in between the word listening and hearing. Hearing is you hear from here and leave from here. like you do it on the road, a busy marketplace, maybe a railway station, maybe a bus stand. That is hearing, because you're not concentrating on what everyone is telling. But listen to your friends, listen to your neighbors, listen to your family members, listen to your office people, because it's going to be something useful, something valid, something purposeful. So we need to do that. Next is paraphrase. What is paraphrase? Paraphrasing is basically to understand or endorse. You need to paraphrase the activities or the topics or the sentences so that you confirm what is being said is being confirmed. Non-verbal communication, body language, gesticulations, the movement, the speed, the pitch, everything could support your tone with your gesticulations, your body language. It could make it more useful. Sometimes using the sign language or using the gestures or the body language would be a form of resilience. It is an understandable feature for others. Next is focus. Focus on what's important, leave the things which are not important. Ask open-ended questions. Ask open-ended questions to your family, to people who want answers, to people who want expectations, people who have got certain suggestions required from your side, people who want advice from your side, people who want guidance from your side. So be open-ended so that you ask questions, the person tells you something, you are able to understand and then advise or speak or communicate accordingly. Let the chats be informal friends. Let the chats be informal friends. Believe me, friends, when I used to talk to people in the corporate or in the industry or in institutions before the COVID, it was all formal, all formal. If I wanted to see my boss, I would require to send him a message, or I would like to knock the door and then ask, may I come in, sir? May I come in, ma'am? Then he'll say, okay, come, don't come, and all that. But now, COVID, thanks to COVID, chats have become informal. When you have the virtual sessions or the online sessions like that, even the CEO or the vice presidents or the head of organizations or the head of departments come and say hi. Pets are allowed: dogs, cats, children, wife, husband, brother, sister, and sometimes you have a distraction also. All that is accepted. Informal chats. It could be quite possible that my wife says hi to you, someone's husband says hi to you, someone's, maybe the child says hi to you. Everything is accepted. So these are all resilience leadership strategies for the better. We have understood to adjust and accommodate as per the requirement. Let go of constraints and conventions. Let go of the constraints and conventions. What we spoke about 40 years back, 30 years back, 100 years back, let it go. Set expectations which are realistic, which can be done. As a resilient person, as a person who's ready to accept change, as a person who's ready to understand people, set expectations which are good, which are understandable, which are useful, which can help people. Manage tangents. You have a tangent. Sometimes there will be divergence of thoughts, divergence of actions. Manage a tangent and try to bring people together. Avoid conflict, avoid confrontation, avoid argument, avoid fights and tussles. Third is make excellence a habit. Love people, like people, do something which is good enough for you to perform in a better manner. Make excellence as a habit. Infuse tech with touch. Use technology, but the human element is very important. Use the touch also. So both the T's will go together. Use your heart, use your head, and use your hands to understand, work, help. I mean, whatever it is, you need all those three things. So all those three things will be useful for you to be a very resilient leader. Be people oriented. The biggest thing is robots, computer systems, frames, frameworks, whatever it might be. You will require people to operate, people to understand, people to be creative, people to be imaginative, people to understand, people to instruct, people to operate. So be people oriented. Now we have the flap cards, the global resilient leader strategy hacks. We have got certain simple flap cards which are needed to be understood. This is just like a shirt pocket flap. You click it and there will be something coming up. All of us need to be enthusiastic, be happy, be smiling, be enthused at all possible times. Next is proactiveness. Be proactive. What next? Can I do it? I'm prepared. I'm ready. Yes, I'm there. Third is vision and goals. Have a correct vision, have goals, know what you need to do, know what you need not do. So understand and go ahead. Manage change, accept change and go ahead. Influence others, learn to influence, help, empower, engage, connect with people, so you're able to influence others in a very positive manner. WIIFM. Friends, what is it? Put it in the text box. WIIFM is what is in it for me? What do I get? It's all these changes, all these approaches, all this behavior, all this resilience is going to make me a better person. So, what is in it for me? Positivity, growth, better relationships, avoiding arguments, avoiding confrontation. That's basically what is there in for me. Art of communication, how much to listen, how much to speak, how much to interact, how much to respond, where to say no, where to say yes, where to go ahead, where to bond. All those things you'll understand when you practice all those things. Developing resilience, patience, abilities to handle problems. So developing of resilience, it's perfectly okay. The test of resilience is it's perfectly okay. Many a times, many of us are anxious. What next? Now what? Sometimes you lie. You tell lies. You don't tell the truth, you tell lies. Okay, it happens. Everyone tells lies. You don't need to cover it up, because you cover up one lie, there will be more lies coming in. Sometimes you lie, that's okay, as far as not creating problems for other person. Sometimes you will seek help from your friends, neighbor, parents, relatives, your colleagues. That's okay. It's quite normal. Seek help. Ask for help, because you're not able to do it on your own. You're seeking help. Next is fear. Sometimes fear the Lord, fear the seniors, fear what you're doing is correct, fear what you're not doing should not be incorrect, and all those things. You should have some fear, so that you'll do only good things and correct things. Sometimes you learn to doubt whether I can. Oh, yes, I can, or I can't. Should I? Can't I? Can I? So you're learning to doubt yourself. So whether you can actually afford to doubt, it's a normal thing. If you're doubting yourself, there's nothing wrong. You're not God. You're a human being. All of us are human beings. We all make mistakes. We all doubt. So absolutely welcome. Sometimes you're not good at numbers. No problem. You can't count. Sometimes I've seen people counting on their fingers when it could have been usually used on a mobile keypad, or maybe a calculator, or even this computer screen. No problem. It happens. It's quite normal. Everyone has done it at one point or the other. So it's basically a struggle to follow the rules. Sometimes the test of resilience makes us prepared to struggle to follow the rules. Sometimes you may not open up. Sometimes you may be, clustered. You may feel intimidated. You may feel not to open up. Please don't do that. Please actually open up. The test of resilience wants you to open up. Sometimes you hesitate. Should I? Shouldn't I? Don't think so much. If you're not doing anything illegal, absolutely great. Go ahead and do it. Find peculiar things interesting. Sometimes I, being above 50 years, if I find some small toy and I think that can I play with this toy, why not? I'm still a child. I still have that mentality of a child sometimes. Everyone is a child at times. So, I mean, do something which is out of the box also. Absolutely normal. All of us are amazing, friends. All of you are amazing. There is nothing wrong. 10 things which all great leaders do: own up to your company, communicate openly, inspire the people, own up your mistake, recognize big wins, trust the people, make the right decisions, have the courage, add value. See the different moods in this GIF, how it is, green, blue, pink, violet, yellow, so many colors. So that's basically what it is. You need to have the attitude, the right attitude, positive attitude, because it's the mind's paintbrush which it can color any situation. The way you think, the way you behave, the way you interact, the way you have a thought about something, that's actually the way it's going to happen. We can't do this should be converted to we can do this. Yes, we can improve. Yes, we can develop ourselves. We can stop fighting. We can stop arguing. We can start helping. We can do this. Be a good person, but don't waste time to prove it. Many a times people will say, "Arey, you're not good, you're useless, you're distant." A resilient person goes on improving himself or herself, but you don't need to prove to people, or I've become good, please see now. No one is going to accept it. Forget it. So please do not waste time to prove it. Your mission is to help yourself. Your mission is to develop yourself. That's basically very simple. There is no enemy outside our mind. Everything is in this head. Everything, all enemies, all problems, all uh, things which are more complex and which create more and more problems, everything is in the mind. The enemy lies inside us, whether it is anger, whether it is ego, whether it is greed, whether it is hatred. All those things are part of our mind. It is there in our mind. So kindly take control. This is a sort of a worksheet. Please take a screenshot. I'm going to take control of whatever it is, of nervousness by being bored. So that's basically an activity which you do and you feel great. So that's the first step for resilience. Happiness, good health, hope, love, blessings, peace, positivity. Here's a rainbow of wishes to start your day. Friends, what are you worried? What are you waiting for? Let's go. Let's go ahead. Reset, readjust, restart, refocus as many times. There's nothing like I can't do it now, or why should I do it now, or can I do it now? Yes, you can do it every time. If you think you're gone wrong 10 times, there is no problem in doing 11 times, 12 times to improvise yourself or to be better person. Absolutely, any day, any time, it is welcome. Resilience is welcome at all possible times to be a better human being. How motivated are you? I mean, keep yourself motivated, keep yourself patted, keep yourself being happy. Trust the people, trust the Lord, trust people who are with you. Be happy. That's basically the way. Keep yourself absolutely motivated. This beautiful whiteboard which I saw, I said I should read out this and tell you what it is. Very meaningful wordings which are captured on this whiteboard picture. If you feel like you're losing everything, friends, remember that trees lose their leaves every year and they still stand tall and wait for better days to come. So please remember, all trees lose their leaves during a specific season and they'll start getting more green leaves, flowers, fruits, and things like that. So just like that, sometimes you'll feel that no one is there with you, no one is helping you, no one is taking care of you, no one is bothered about you. All those things are going to happen, but you're still going to face the world. You're going to improve. You're going to have better relationship. People are going to talk to you. You're going to be better. You're going to be happy. You're going to stop worrying. You're going to do better things in life because better things are definitely coming in. Leading through uncertainty. We are all lucky. We are all COVID warriors. We have all learned, irrespective of age, to handle this uncertainty. There is nothing more complex than COVID as of now in this century. So we are all prepared. What to do next? Medicines, vaccines, lockdowns, shutdowns, curtailment, this, that, adjustments, everything. So we have been leading through uncertainty. We are already resilient leaders. Not everyone will believe you. Not everyone will support you. If you have a vision you're passionate about, you must be your own cheerleader and learn to clap for yourself. Learn to clap for yourself. Learn to ring the bell. Be happy. Please understand, do not accept, like in cricket, in football, in tennis, and all, you see the cheer girls or the chairpersons, waving out with flags and feathers and flowers and things like that, bouquets and all that. Even if no one is there, kindly appreciate yourself, thank yourself, clap, boost yourself, encourage yourself, empower yourself. You're your own cheerleader. Be resilient, develop yourself, and go ahead. Six essential universal emotions which you will face every day in and out: anger, happiness, sadness, surprise, fear, disgust. Common things which are there, which are affecting all of us. Sometimes you'll be angry, sometimes you'll be happy, sometimes you'll be sad, sometimes you'll be surprised, sometimes you'll fear something, sometimes some things will be disgusting. You'll really wonder, but you need to control them. See this beautiful game which you have played during the school days. In many countries this game is available. The emojis with different emotions. are captured in those boxes of the game. You need to understand sometimes happiness, sometimes unhappiness, sometimes sadness, sometimes anxiety, sometimes being in a different mood is acceptable. Please learn to be in a good mood and learn to control your emotions at all possible times. Accept, adjust, and avoid. Accept what you can. If you can't change it, please accept it. Adjust to any circumstance or scenario if required. Avoid any confrontation, any problem, any fight, any argument if you can. Because the moment you avoid, you are benefiting yourself from that harassment or that trouble or that discomfort. So please do that. These are the three mantras or the gospels for success. Now you see this beautiful robot. It's moving across, the resilient robot moving across. Our lives are also like this robot. Think about the communication, think about the behavior, think about the trusting of others, think about the caring for people, think about the team spirit, think about motivating yourself, and think about motivating others. This pathway will decide on making you victorious, to gel, to be successful, to be useful, to be valid, to be an important human being. Well done, friends. You understood this game very well. I am motivating you continuously by showing you those different scorecards and things like that and encouragements. The work life balance. Friends, you got work life balance, whether it is college, whether it is work, whether it is home. They are both different things. You need to try and balance sufficient time for home, sufficient time for office, sufficient time for college, sufficient time for friends. Everything is important. Try to balance. There is no perfect balance. It's not like a cycle, it's not like a motorcycle. Perfect work life balance is not there. We need to juggle or find or understand how to balance ourselves. Change the gears if required. One, two, three, four, five, reverse, whatever, but try to balance. How do we redefine the work life? Let's prioritize what is important, we need to do first. What is not important, you can do later on. Organize things, energize yourself, exercise, revitalize and recognize. So do all these things, have good food, good exercise, go take sunlight, do meditation, do some prayers, work hard, have plenty of water, and balance your life. So the activity time again. Let's see whether you can do the crosswords right. As a leader, can we explore the words and understand these words, how they are positioned? As resilient leaders, I mean, these words could be positioned maybe vertically, maybe horizontally, maybe diagonally, maybe from top to bottom, or whatever it is. All of us do that. Friends, I'm here to help you. So let's go on the first color tab, which says improvement. The moment I press it, you'll be able to see that in the chat box. You can put the next one if you want, where it is coming. Second is teaching. You're teaching yourself how to improve, how to be better, how to react, how to respond, how to improve. So teaching has also come. Then you go on to the third one, excitement. You keep yourself happy, excited at all possible times. Initiate action. What you need to do next? Manage yourself, manage others. Managing people is an art. Please do it. Resilience teaches you to do that. Accept the challenges the way they are. Improvise and go ahead. Be happy when you accomplish something, when you get some laurels, certificates, credentials, medals, citations, appreciations, awards. Be happy. Success. Be successful in whatever you do. Whatever you do, try to be successful. Even if there is a failure, it shows you a pathway to be successful in the next round. So, friends, thank you so much for people who have participated, people who have responded, people who have seen, people who have understood. The run of the show is, please understand, time and tide doesn't wait for anyone, for me, for you, or whatever it is. Time is continuously running. The show is on. Please improve. The show must go on. Can you guess the 5 L's related to resilient leading in the new normal? There are 5 blocks on my right, on your right. One is with yellow, red, orange, green, and blue. So let us understand 5 L's. That means 5 words which begin with the word L. You're seeing a pair of eyes. So it is L for look. Look at people, look at situations, look, understand what's happening. Second is with the heart. So it is love. Love the people, love your neighbors, love your friends, love your family, love your work. Third is an ear. Listen. Listen to things, listen to instructions, listen to what is required. Fourth is books. So learn from Google, learn from books, learn from PDFs, learn from attachments, learn from PPTs, whatsoever. And this is the most interesting. If sometimes there is a problem, learn to laugh loudly. There is nothing wrong. Learn to laugh at problems and you'll be able to find a solution. Positive affirmation as a resilient leaders with folded hands. I'm telling you, you make your life hard by always being in your head. Life is simple. Get it off your head and get into the moment. Don't think too much. Get into the moment. What is stress? It's when we are under pressure. It's when we don't feel in control. It's when we are struggling to cope up with things, and it's all the above. Stop focusing on how stressed you are and remember how blessed you are. Be happy. You can walk, you can smile, you can laugh, you can jump, you can dance. Raise your vibration. Think, do prayers, listen to music, have a positive thought, be optimistic, encourage others, start believing in the goodness and the miracles of life. Be mindful, spontaneous, and appreciate what you got. Be kind, say thank you, reach out to people, help people, step out of your comfort zone and face your challenges. Time to get real. Friends, we can't compromise by saying we'll do it tomorrow, we'll do it next year, we'll do it in the next 3 months. Let's get real once for a change. Spread the joy. 7 things for happiness is spreading of joy is think less, feel more. It's feel more about people, about concerns, about situations, about understanding people and all those things. Frown less. Don't do too much of like that. Smile more. It makes you feel more pleasant, look much better, and it's free of charge. Smiling is not chargeable. You can smile and others will also start smiling. Talk less, listen more. Talk less, listen more. Judge less. This could be like that could be like that, he could be like this. Don't judge. Accept the way things are. Till the time you really need it, do not put too many complications. Watch less, do more. If you can actually do something, it's more important. Complain less. Oh, this is not good, that is not good, this is too expensive, I don't like him. Just stop complaining. Appreciate the things which are good. Fear less. Don't be too afraid. Love more. Love people, love circumstances, love your work, love different things. This is a beautiful poetry about resilience. Start now. Start where you are. Start with the fear. Start with the pain. Start with the doubt. Start with the hand shaking. Start with the voice trembling. But start and do not stop. Start where you are with what you have and just start. Someday, if you're afraid of something, please start, whatsoever it is. It could be sports, it could be eating good food, it could be exercising, it could be reading, it could be painting, it could be singing, it could be dancing, it could be jumping, whatever it is. Start now. Don't think too much. Because remember, you're ready. Be happy with what you're doing. Sometimes you may feel you're very lonely, but all of us are there with you, friends, neighbors, relatives, parents, brothers, sisters. So don't worry, be happy. No matter what else is happening in your day, keep believing, keep trusting, keep seeking, keep loving, keep praising, keep praying, and leave the rest to God. Don't think too much. God is there on top who will see. If you cannot understand, don't make your life complex. Smile, be happy, don't worry. This is a stress nugget. It's a very simple thing. Please do not worry and be happy. The moment I go on to the next slide, there is an instruction. I will read out the instruction and you're requested to close your eyes and follow this for a few seconds. Breathe in. Close your eyes and breathe in. Strength and freshness. Breathe in. Strength and freshness. Breathe out. Fear, anxiety, and stress. Breathe out. Fear, anxiety, and stress. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. All of you have got 500 marks. People who have participated, people who have done it, people who have seen it, people who have watched, people who have participated, everyone gets. The mindset is what really matters. Change your words to change your mind. Mistakes help me learn. Is this my best work? I'm on the right track. Let me try. So that's basically the way the same words could be portrayed in a different manner. See the caterpillar converting to a butterfly. See the sun shining. Let our lives be nice, interesting, and engaging and pleasant. Sometimes you feel hurt. Sometimes you may cry. Sometimes you may have an heartache. Sometimes you feel sorry. Sometimes you're upset. Sometimes you're angry. Sometimes you may make a mistake. Sometimes you may give up. Sometimes you may go in a bad mood, good mood, difficult mood. Most of the times we are thinking of our family, friends, work, college, institute, this, that, others, and all that. How much of times can you focus on yourself? How much of time can you focus on yourself? Please find time, develop resilience, and focus on yourself. All other things are there, but give importance to your own self also. Three pillars which impact us: the mind, the body, and the spirit. Please align with a clean, crisp mind, good body, good food, and see that the spirit is nice and engaged and happy. Why is resilience required? Human actions have one or more causes. It could be your nature, it could be maybe by chance, it could be maybe by compulsion, it could be maybe by an habit, it could be by a reason, it could be by passion, it could be desire, or a combination of all these causes. Keep stress at bay. Your toolkit. This is what is very important. Self-efficacy. How you improve, how you develop. What are the correct ways of behavior? How are the correct ways of reacting positively? Self-efficacy. Humorous. Be happy. Laugh. Enjoy. Work it out. Action orientation. Let's work. Let's have faith in the system. Faith in people. Let's tolerate to some extent. Let's have the patience. Let's be optimistic. Let's think good. And let's have the readiness to accept the change. That's basically keeping stress away. It's your resilience toolkit. Strategies for handling of stress. Dealing from any disturbing news. Any disturbing news, please de-link. Whether it is Google, whether it is WhatsApp, whether it is Twitter, whether it is Instagram, whether it's your newspapers, books, please de-link. Cleanse yourself emotionally. Think good. Think about the good people, good times, good situations, and you'll feel nice. Take a walk. Take a break. Go to a garden. Go to a joggers park. Walk across your colony. Walk on the clear road. Remember the good times, good moments, good friends, good instances, good times, good celebrations, birthday parties, get togethers. Talk with someone whom you trust. Don't think so much. Pick up your phone and talk to someone. WhatsApp, talk, connect. Maybe a video call, maybe a voice call, whatever. Meditate. Sometimes connect with the inner self, connect with God. Listen to music, listen to song, whatever it might be funk, it might be pop, it might be instrumental, it may be spiritual, it may be with song, whatever it is. Learn to write some good thoughts in your diary so that you can always read out and reach out to that. How long would you actually take, friends, if you are asked to name all the things and the people you love and like? How long would you take to name yourself? Most of the times none of us would be able to relate. I have given so much of time to myself. It will always be I gave time for this, I give time for this, I give time for that, I give did this and that, but it's never with yourself. Please fall in love with your own self. Take care of yourself emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. VUCA. VUCA is a term which has been devised by the US military. From the abrupt to the better circumstances, from volatility to vision, from uncertainty to understanding, from complexity to clarity, from ambiguity to agility. That's what VUCA is all about. Let's go on the right side, which is below the number 74. Vision, understanding, clarity, and agility. That's what the need of the hour is for resilience. Please, let's go ahead. Let's have an activity time. Let's dance for a few minutes. Let's all raise our hands. And the next slide is keep moving. Spread your wings and soar. Be in the mood, be in the moment, be resilient, be enjoy yourself, friends. Good. I can do it. You can do it. All of us can do it. That's what resilience is all about. Spread your wings and soar. You have scored 500 marks. People who have observed, people who have seen, people who have understood, people who have participated. The 5 second rule, quick fix. Any problem, just think of that problem. Five, four, three, two, one. Yes, I forgot about it. I'm going to be normal. I'm going to be better. I'm going to be useful. I'm going to be valid. I'm going to help out someone. I'm going to develop someone. I'm going to think positively. So 5 second formula is saying five, four, three, two, one, and forgetting the problem. Don't stop now. You're almost there. Keep on believing that good things are going to happen like the flower blooming from the bud. Focus on what really matters, friends. Leave the clutter, leave the garbage which is there in and out of your minds every day. Think of really what matters. Relax, rejuvenate, breathe, refresh, enjoy, nourish, and renew. With this, we come to the second last slide. My sincere and heartfelt gratitude to all our esteemed Apex team members of the Institute of Global Professionals and each of our wonderful participants across the globe. Thank you so much. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I welcome you all to engaging remote conversations. Sorry.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It's amazing presentation you share. Outstanding presentation, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your wonderful presentation you share with our
Welcome,
participants.
welcome.
Thank you, sir. Sir, after a short video clips, we come back to our question and answer session.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir, for waiting in the backstage. Dear participants, it's our question and answer session time. You can send your question in our comment box. Make sure to put it one by one so that our speaker understand it well. Sir, a lots of compliment I see in the comment box.
It's all the love and the passion of being with all of you. Wonderful people all across the globe. I get motivated, when I see all of you all. Actually, I would have loved to do this, seeing you in person, but then that's not possible, at least because of COVID. The virtual is helping us out. Thank you so much. God bless all of you, each of you, for that matter.
Thank you, sir, for your energetic presentation you share.
Any
Sir,
questions are there, please?
our
Sure.
first question from Jamila Jain. Hello, sir, Dr. Shuhas. I would like to ask, how can a person be a good leader if they are competitive?
How the person can be a good leader, and what is the next part of the question,
If
sir?
if they are competitive,
If he is
if they are competitive.
competitive.
Sir, yes, sir.
Acha,
The
okay,
question
so
also shown on your screen, sir. The question also shown in your screen.
okay, okay, fine. So, I mean, the basic idea is you need to be, when you say you're a leader, you don't need to think of the position as such. It's more by leading yourself to do the right things, leading others to accept you because of your good qualities, good interactions, good engagements, good connect, reaching out to others, bonding with others, collaboration. So that's basically how it is. Actually, the concept of competitiveness is basically it encourages healthy competition where you develop with each other. All of us develop the ability to compete with each other, not in the negative way, but in the positive way, by helping each other, collaborating with each other, deliberating with each other, supporting each other, hand holding each other, and going to the next level. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Our next question is, may I ask, is being resilient leader is the neo normal is different from being leader before the time of pandemic?
This is a nice, interesting question. Thank you so much. I mean, before the COVID, actually, we were resilient. Resilient is not a new term. It's not just happening in COVID, or it's not a new term. It was there earlier, but because of COVID, thanks to COVID, that we learned to be more trusting, more adjustable, more flexible, more accommodating, more flexing out, more cooperating. See, like for example, now almost we've been here for quite some time now. We have learned to understand each other, think of each other, listen to each other, uh, collaborate on different areas, whether it's at work or at home. Learn to trust people, learn to be empathetic, learn to compromise to a certain extent. Earlier, it was not happening. So the case of resilience is more stronger, more better during COVID and now beyond COVID. Earlier also it was there, but it was not so prominent. Trust was there, empathy was there, but now it's more so predominant actually.
Thank you, sir. We are waiting for our next question.
Sure.
Sir, our next question from Evelyn Oeferi. Good evening, sir. Is being a resilient is also an effective leader? And thank you.
Resilience is a virtue or a quality for all effective leaders or all people. It's basically understanding people, developing yourself to handle situations, handle problems, be a good human being. So, definitely being resilient or having the virtue or quality of resilience is a requirement for all people, not just leaders or not even anyone and everyone, all of us for that matter, because we all lead each other, we all lead ourselves. So it is required for being effective. Yes.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful answer. Dear participants, we are still waiting for our next question. Thank you, sir. Maybe we have no more question. Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your valuable time with our participants.
My pleasure, and thank you so much to the Institute of Global Professionals for this wonderful opportunity to engaging with you, connecting with you, and showing and sharing a little bit of my knowledge. So I'm enriched. Actually, I'm developing myself by talking to you all, interacting with you. Thank you so much. God bless each of you.
Thank you, sir. We hope we'll meet together in another session in IGP platform.
We can. I can exit, sir.
Sir, we hope we'll meet together in another session in IGP platform.
Acha, so now what is your advice and what am I supposed to do?
Sir, if you want,
I
you
can exit
can.
from the present session.
Sorry, sir.
I can exit. I can exit. I can leave the present StreamYard session.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 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 okay. Because there's some confusion, so I said, let me just confirm it before. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay.
Dear participants, our today's program name is Resilient Leadership and the code is IGP9875. The code is IGP9875. To download your certificate, you have to go to eduyzp.com and the code is IGP9875. After collecting your e-certificate, don't forget to celebrate with IGP. Thank you very much for making this session wonderful. We hope we'll meet together our next session in IGP platform again. Thank you very much.